Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience.
Hello. It's been so long.
Show, everybody. Welcome. Here we go. Brand new week. Hi, everybody. Have a seat. Let's get started. Fix that tie right away. There we go. Gotta make it. Tie's goofy today. Have a seat, everybody. Let's get started. Happy Monday. Welcome to the show. I am so glad you're here. I'm so glad you're here, and so is she. Please give it up for my sister from another mister. It's Kendall, everybody. Hello.
Hi.
A tie is acting goofy today. I always look. Yeah, I gotta make sure it's straight, and there we go. There we go. I'm just not gonna move. I'm just gonna stay right here. How you doing?
I'm good. I was gonna make a straight tie joke.
I know, it's easy. The audience is making it up right now, actually. So yeah. No, it's a good thing. It's fine. Yeah. Very sensitive audience. Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was good. It was a good weekend for me. It was nice and relaxing. I was okay with the rain because then you can kind of like not do anything.
Exactly.
You know?
It doesn't. I always say that. Oprah said it once. Beautiful days are beautiful and sunny days are great, but cloudy days require you to do nothing, and that's
right.
And I don't mind that. I love a good Sunday on the couch. You know, binging a show or just watching a movie or taking a nap. I love that.
It's good. The way you started that, I thought that was going to be a poem.
Oh, I did sound like
the way you kind of started doing that. I was like,
I wrote
on
you
the
a
couch.
poem over the weekend, Kendall.
Not a
That's
poem,
right. No,
not a poem.
I don't think I've ever written a poem in my life.
I took a poetry class in college.
Well, look at you, fancy pants.
It was a writing intensive, and I wrote a poem about broccoli and got an A.
I'll have to examine that later.
The ones I really tried, I did not do well, and then I was like, I'm just gonna be really out there because my professor was really out there, and I wrote an ode to broccoli, and he loved it.
Oh, well, speaking of broccoli, are those green? Those are beautiful earrings. Are those real?
Oh my God, I thought you were gonna say broccoli in my teeth.
No, are those
These?
real emeralds? Are those?
No, darling, they are
okay,
$5. I wore them for my wedding. Cheap girl over here.
They're very pretty. They're very
Thank
pretty.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I went to the casino this weekend, and
Child.
okay. Well, first I'll tell you this. So Grand Casino has a new Sex and the City slot machine. It's brand new. I didn't even tell executive producer Jeff about this. It's called Sex and the City Ultra. It's brand new, and I won 2 Miranda jackpots. It was like, yeah. I was like, I'm loving you, Miranda, and I really don't like you on the show, but I'm loving you right now, yeah. So I won one. I know, Jeff's having a hard. I like Miranda in some seasons. Other seasons, she drives me up a wall. Anyway, so I won 1 jackpot, and it was like 60, because she's like the second lowest jackpot, so it was like $70. So then I went to the bonus, and then I got a second Miranda. She popped up. It was like Miranda all over the place. And then I got another $70. So I took my winnings. So I'm standing in front of I'm standing behind my mother-in-law at her slot machine. And I'm standing there and I'm enjoying a refreshing cocktail. And all of a sudden this woman comes up to me and she goes, hi. And I go, hi. She goes, are you Jason? And I said, yeah, I am. I go, how are you? And she goes, I'm fine. And I said, well, good. And she goes, my husband wanted me to come over here and tell you that you look a lot older in person than you do on TV. So Colin, as the years go by, Colin has less and less patience for any of this. So he literally went bloop and like left because I think he was going to say something to her. Probably not polite. So I look at her and I went like this. I look like a dog going to the vet, when they're confused, And I cocked my head and I went like this. I go, ma'am, I don't think that's a compliment. I go, I don't think you should tell people that. And she goes, well, my husband. And then dude had no shame. She points, she goes, yeah, he's right there. And he's waving at me like this. Hi, old person. Like waving. Like smiling, and she couldn't have cared less. She goes, yeah, you look a little older than you do on TV. And I thought, I'm like, I just had Botox, woman. I'm like, yeah. I gotta say this, especially with the state fair coming, what is it? Like, why do people feel...
I don't know.
Why did you think that's okay to say to anybody? I don't care if you have a public job. I mean, I can take it. I laughed it off, and my mother raised me properly. Like, I wasn't rude to her. Now, let me tell you, did I want to slap her across the forehead? Yes, but I didn't. Whap! But I didn't. But I just laughed and went, okay, get out. You know what I mean? But why would you say that to somebody?
I don't know. I've gotten, and I know it always is like and they always have a twist of, they think they mean it really well, but like, I get often, you're a lot more attractive in person, or I liked you less until now I met you and now you're my favorite. You're so pretty. And I'm like, what?
I know, I think people get nervous sometimes, but just, and I can't wait to see you at the fair, but just, can I give you a piece of advice? I'll give you a hug, I'll pet your baby, not pet your baby, but I'll kiss the baby. We don't pet babies, do we know? We pet, but just don't tell me that I look older in person.
Or thinner,
please don't
or
do
more
that.
attractive, or any of, just leave that.
Yeah, you're a little gayer in person. Let's get started, everybody. Time for the hot dish. Here we go.
That one wouldn't be very shocking.
Probably a little less, yeah. Let's get started. This is good. Sherry Shepherd visited Watch What Happens Live last night and dished with Andy about the drama at The View. Look at this.
Thoughts on Rosie allegedly yelling at Barbara Walters backstage for not reaching out to her during the time Trump was being mean to her.
That was bad. You can't get in Barbara Walters' face. Like, that's Barbara. She's up there with Jesus. Yeah.
Thoughts on Jenny McCarthy stating in the book that she was miserable on The View and that Barbara always critiqued her outfits?
Yeah, but I do remember one time Jenny had an outfit on and Barbara wanted the same outfit. Like, she wanted to wear the same outfit that Jenny had on.
Right, so that was
It's not a compliment when you're 19 and it's 80.
Yeah. Sherry says she still hangs out with Elizabeth Hasselbeck, who was a bridesmaid at her wedding. I like Sherry. I miss Sherry. That was a good era of The View when Sherry Shepherd was on there. Not the Jenny McCarthy year. I like Jenny, but that was a horrible year because it was Barbara's, I almost said Streisand. Yes. It was Barbara Walters last year, and Barbara was checked out. Barbara, you could tell, didn't like McCarthy. It was not a good season on The View. What are you laughing at?
I'm just still laughing about the last conversation. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's all right. Believe me. Well, I'm going to get an email from that woman, I'm sure. But anyway, but yeah, next in the dish, just when you thought... I mentioned Sex and the City a few minutes ago. Just when you thought the drama over Sex and the City 3 had cooled off, well, think again. You know, this is ridiculous. It's Kim Cattrall again, speaking out about the third installment that never happened. Speaking to The Guardian newspaper, she says that she was bullied after refusing to do the movie. She says she went past the finish line playing Samantha because she loved Sex and the City. But after the second movie, she had enough. She didn't understand why they wouldn't just replace her with another actress instead of bullying. I have several things to say about this. First, you know how I am with people overusing and misusing the word bullying. Bullying is when you're punching down. It is a power imbalance. You are Kim Cattrall. There is now not a power imbalance between you and your co-stars. And the reason people were upset, according to your co-stars, isn't because you said no, is because you didn't like the deal and made everybody wait until the last minute and then was like, I'm out. Because according to everybody but you, Kim, everybody was ready to film that movie, including the crew, within, a couple weeks, and she was the one that didn't like the deal. So do you believe one person? Do you believe one person, or do you believe an entire crew that backs up that story? Mm-hmm. Number two, if you want the story to die, let it die. You keep bringing it up. You keep bringing it up in interviews. If you don't like Sarah Jessica Parker that much, and your co-stars, and Sex and the City, just say no comment. People say that all the time. Mm-hmm.
Girl, drop the mic.
I know. I'm all worked up about that. I don't know, because you know what? You know why I'm still mad, and I think Sex and the City fans will agree. Mm-hmm. I wanted a third movie. Yeah. I didn't want. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't love the second one,
No,
so it needed like a close.
I didn't want to end the legacy on that crap on toast second movie. You know what I mean? It was horrible.
And it wasn't avocado on toast.
No, it was awful. Next in the dish. Another Hollywood romance is Dunzo over the weekend. Yeah. This time it's Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth. Miley confirmed over the weekend the two have split after just 8 months of marriage. They dated on and off for 10 years. Recent pics show the two being pretty chilly toward each other. But back in June, they denied the rumors of the relationship was on the rocks. Now, Miley has been spotted smooching with Brody Jenner's ex-girlfriend, like on a yacht, girl. It was like, divorce statement, bring on the yacht. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what I don't like. If it was an amicable divorce, you know what I mean? Divorces happen. Marriage doesn't work for everybody. But you send out your release and then you go on a yacht and you do something public where you know those photos are going to be shown. Miley's not a dumb girl. Why are you doing that? I think that's tacky to Liam. If it's an amicable split, why would you go someplace where you know the paparazzi are going to take those photos and make Liam feel bad? I don't know.
I don't know. They so recently someone caught up with him in Australia and asked him about it, and he was just like, you have no idea. I don't want to talk about it. His family apparently is very traditional, like most families. You know, when you're married, that means you're just with one person to them. And to her, it was always, she called it fluid or new age. She used a word like that. And I get it. Being bisexual is one thing. Getting a divorce and the next day making out with someone else, no matter who it is just
it's something else.
Next level.
Especially when you know the game. And Miley knows the game. She knows she's going to be photographed. It's going to be on TMZ. Liam's going to see it. I like her.
Very hopeful.
I think it's just a little tackorama. And again, it was a tackorama. Yeah. It was the same week. It was the same weekend.
The same day. The day. I think I might be wrong, but I think the photos were out there and then her people came out with the statement that they'd split.
I just don't like it. I just think it's, Miley, I love you, but I don't know. Still ahead, everybody. Whitney Cummings opens up to Howard Stern about leaving the Roseanne reboot and how she saw it coming 8 miles ahead. And then it's our Best Things Ever show. Kendall, Jeff, and Ted and I will share our favorite things that we think you are gonna love. We will be right back after this.
About this government ghoulie Bertie Mohamedov. He's actually been in the news a bit recently after rumours circulated that he died, something his government pushed back on hard. First, insisting that he was merely on vacation, then releasing a 25-minute video to state TV showing everything he was supposedly doing, from bowling to working out with his friends to this.
As we know, our dear leader is very skillful in controlling a sports car. He rode his powerful off-road car around the crater and demonstrated his high professional driving skills.
Well, count me convinced. That guy is clearly alive and well. You can't do donuts around a flaming pit if you're dead. Think about all the people who are dead right now. Babe Ruth, Galileo, Marlon Brando, Mother Teresa, the original Paul McCartney. Do you see any of them doing donuts around fire pits? Of course you don't. You have to be alive.
John Oliver poking fun at the president of Turkmenistan. Everybody, we don't have time to show you the whole episode, obviously. Go to YouTube and watch his takedown of this guy. This guy is like Nutter Butters. And it ends, John Oliver does something at the end of this episode, which I love John Oliver. I watch him most weeks. I was laughing till I was crying. He does something, because this guy is so weird. He loves horses. He loves horses. That's all I can say. Yeah. Go to YouTube, More hot dish for you this morning. This is juicy. Whitney Cummings was on Howard Stern last week. She, if you guys don't know, she's a great writer, great comedian. She was also a writer and producer on the Roseanne reboot in year one, but quit before Roseanne got fired. She told Howard why she pulled the plug early. Look at this.
I left because it felt imminent that there was an impending disaster.
Because of her tweeting?
Yeah. It it was getting progressively worse. And there was also a lot of tweets from the past that I didn't know about, which is my fault. I didn't look through her old tweets. I guess there were some problematic tweets from a couple years ago. And I think everyone was very like, oh, she's admitted to being mentally ill. This, like, something happens, I think, when someone's behavior is consistently like that, where you actually start to lower your bar for their behavior. You're kind of like, oh, no, that's just crazy, Roseanne. That's just how it is. And
when Roseanne was here, she was raving about you, how good you were in the writer's room,
That's so
and
nice.
how good you were at putting these shows together and figuring out the plot lines. And she said it was just like unbelievable how good you were at it.
I pitched the idea to make a fake Twitter app for her where she thought she was tweeting.
That's great. Like give her a fake phone.
Like a video game.
Oh, that's great. And she would tweet all day.
Yeah, like just sort of not, yeah, we wouldn't have to like put out fires
That's so
constantly.
great.
Yeah, would have been a good idea. So Whitney goes on and talks about another reason. I think it was the straw that broke the camel's back. Whitney, again, a comedian. She's a writer by trade. She said she saw Roseanne mistreat the writers, and she goes, that's it. She goes, when the people that are the hardest working on that crew are staying till 2 o'clock in the morning to write jokes to make you shine, and you mistreat them, she goes, she was out. She goes, she would verbally see them. Yeah. So that's why. That's why, you know, there's Roseanne's side, there's the network side, and the truth is always in the middle. And when you hear stories like this, and I believe Whitney, why would she would have no reason to lie. She looked up to Roseanne. She goes, this was devastating. She said Roseanne in the 90s raised her. She says it was devastating. It was one of those cases where your idol doesn't live up to your expectations, and it kind of it devastated. You could see that. Yeah, it was really sad. It's just that whole thing. That show could have been so good. You know what I mean? That reboot was so good, and it could have continued for years. But yeah, anyway, next in the dish, Wendy Williams is off for the next 3 weeks, and instead of reruns, her show is getting replaced temporarily. The Jerry O Show debuts today, hosted by Jerry O'Connell. Yeah. Now, it's going to air in Wendy's time slot and is actually shot in her studio. If you look close, you can tell. Jerry has filled in for Wendy several times and is finally getting his shot to host his own daytime talk show. It has a 3-week test run. And yeah, Wendy, I think just like Oprah and Dr. Phil, Wendy is the executive producer, thus the reason he's in his studio. This is the new thing. I mean, a lot of shows, we had 2 national runs. But I wish Jerry O the best. He is a pop culture lover. So if there's a show that's good for him, this is the format for him. So I do. Do you like him?
He's so sweet.
I
think he's funny, he's sweet, he's very charming. Some of his guests that are going to be on right away seem like they're going to at least make good conversation. Yeah. So yeah, I think anytime somebody's going out there like that, you just want them to do well.
I do, and he just seems like a good guy. And I still say, people will disagree, but he was up for the job with Kelly Lee Ripa, and I still think he would have been more saucy than Ryan. I do. I'm not hating.
I know. Yeah.
No hate on Seacrest. He's a hardworking guy. He's a great broadcaster. But Jerry O'Connell just has that pizzazz that Ryan doesn't. You know what I mean? Ryan is French vanilla ice cream. Jerry O'Connell is butter pecan. You know what I mean? It's just, you like vanilla. There's nothing wrong with vanilla ice cream. But there's something slightly better about butter pecan, you know?
Right. I mean, obviously, some other people have seen how well he has done on guesting either that show or Wendy with Kelly, whatever he might be doing. He does well enough that people are like, hey, let's get this guy
a show. I wish him the very best. When we come back, our Best Thing Ever show. Take a look. We'll be right back. Coming up, it's our Best Thing Ever show. It's the favorite things of the Jason Show staff. First up, it's the place I always talk about for the best fish fry. Then Kendall has not one, but several things that she's loving this week. And producer Ted and executive producer Jeff are showing you a few ways to get lucky. Not like that. We're talking good deals, people. That's all coming up. Look! Floor director Evan's mom and dad. It's family day on the Jason Show. That's floor director Evan's mom and dad back there. Well, yeah. Evan, the nicest guy ever. You raised a good guy. Well, yeah. As most of you know, And don't email, he's taken. We get a lot of emails. He's taken, he's not single. Here's the deal. You guys know me. When I love something, I'm one of those that I tell everybody about it. I just want to share it with everybody. So it is now time for my latest best thing ever, everybody. But here's the deal. We're gonna have fun today. You're gonna like this. Not only am I sharing one of my favorite things today, the whole staff is. That's right. After talking about my new best thing ever, the Jason Show team decided it's a really good day to share all of their favorite things. So we're dedicating the rest of today's show to our staff's best things ever. Up first, well, you'll see. Take a look. So here we are. We are here at the Pine Brook. I am very excited. There's a fish fry. There are probably other specials. I don't care about the other specials. I only care about the fish fry. It's kind of in the middle. It's not really Princeton. It's kind of in the middle of Princeton and Cambridge. And people going up north stop here. People just traveling stop here. The locals love it. And there's a reason, because the food is good. Oh, there's my mother-in-law. There's Herb right there. That's my buddy. You're on TV. There we go. There's a pool tab named after this guy right there. Yeah, right there. So people ask me all the time where I play pull tabs the most. It's here at the Pine Brook, right behind me. We've won a lot of money here, a lot. And we've also lost a lot of money, a lot. Okay, we've started playing right there. Started playing the pull tabs. I don't know if we're gonna win. I'm feeling lucky though. So, did we win? We haven't won so far.
All you can eat deep fried cup.
No.
It was sour cream for your waffle fries.
Holy Jason.
Filet mignon with blue cheese crumbles. Deep fried shrimp. Belly buster fish sandwich.
The fish fries here. I'm dying. It's freshly battered. It's not like frozen crap. They freshly bread it here at the Pine Brook. It's so good. It puts Long John Silver's to shame. And then the waffle fries and that seasoned sour cream. I would bathe in that crap if I could. It's so good here. So good. Okay, I'm close to giving up on the all-you-can-eat fish. This is what's left right here. Looks like something from Jaws. I've had about 4 pieces. Colin ordered me another batch. I think that's gonna be a to-go, girl. That's gonna be a to-go. And then I'm gonna to-go out of here. It's so good. The Pine Brook. What makes it, other than the fish fry, you know what makes it really good is their whole menu's great. Their burgers are great. Their pizzas are good. But Todd and Teresa, husband and wife that own it, and I mean this, Todd is such a good guy and his wife is too. He's not just an owner. He's one of those owners that literally does everybody's job. Like if they need help behind the bar, Todd's behind the bar helping out. If they need help with pool tabs, and sometimes we do, Todd pulls them for us. He goes around to every table. He knows everybody. He and his wife know everybody's name, all the locals. And I love to see that he cares about his business. And the food is just so good. I mean, sometimes people unfairly go, oh, there's no good food in small towns. Yes, there are. There's great food, and it's called the Pine Brook. Let me tell you. So thanks to Todd, always. And it's like walking into Cheers. Herb there, the guy at the beginning, I'm not joking. He's there so much, they literally put his cartoon face on a pull tab. It's hysterical. Still ahead, our Best Things Ever episode continues. Kendall giving us some of her picks, including the harness that she uses to walk her dog that she thinks you are gonna love when we come back. Back after this. Welcome back. We are continuing our Best Things Ever show with a few of Kendall's favorites, from dog leashes to skincare to I don't know what. It's time for Kendall's Best Thing Ever. Best Things Ever, I should say. Okay. Now I'm a little frightened at one of these, but we're not going to start there. Okay. We're going to start with a dog harness.
Yeah, so Stella, our dog, I don't talk about her as much because she's not as goofy looking as Harvey, but she is an escape artist. She's part border collie, shepherd, sheltie, something mixed.
That's her right there?
That's her. And she used to escape out of every single harness we got, to the point where we didn't know how to take her on walks because she would just bolt.
Yeah.
Like she'd drop and then she'd bolt. But this harness, a woman her dog was wearing one. I was like, that looks really long. And I asked her about it, and she was like, oh yeah, it's good for dogs who escape. This is it. That's Stella modeling. Okay, she's not very good at it, but it's by Roughwear.
Roughwear.
Yeah, they make smaller, just the traditional 2-buckle harnesses that you can get like anywhere, Chuck and Downs, whatever. But this one they only sell online. I think it's around $60, but it's like amazing. It's incredible, and she cannot get out of it. It's super easy to wash, and it has the best reviews out of any harness you can find anywhere.
So Roughwear, R-U-F-F wear?
Yep, Roughwear.
Roughwear. So when you ask, we'll post this a little bit later, but write that down, Roughwear.
Yeah, if you've got like those dogs, like they go like this.
Yeah.
And then they get out of their harness. That's what she used to do, and she cannot do it on this.
We used to have a Shiba Inu, and Shiba Inu, if you look up their traits, the first thing is they have containment issues. So yeah, that's one of their first traits.
Yeah, and it's good for old dogs too. It has a little holder that you can kind of like help lift them up.
Pick them up. Oh, nice.
So that's another thing on
a little holder, like a little milk jug holder. I like that. Okay, now we're standing here in front of popcorn. What's the best thing ever about this bowl of popcorn?
I wish I could take credit for this, but this came from my husband's family.
Okay.
They call garlic salt the special ingredient.
Okay.
Since he was a kid, it was like on the table next to pepper.
Okay.
So if you like popcorn like I do, I usually add too much butter and too much cheese, and then it's really bad for you, right?
Yeah.
Garlic salt and yeast. I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's amazing. So you just load it up. Really get in there.
Can we just do the garlic? Do we have to do the yeast? Okay.
Jace, it's like, it kind of tastes like
yeast?
No, like cheese. Like a Parmesan cheese.
Don't give me that. Really?
It does. It gives it don't knock it till you try it.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so
that's a lot of yeast. Okay, that's a lot of yeast. Okay.
You kind of like shake it up.
Okay.
No, take some.
Okay, and now, so let me look at this container. So this is literally premium natural yeast seasoning.
It's kosher.
Okay.
It's really good. So it used to be a lot harder to get this stuff.
That's good.
You like it? Okay, no, and I mean, seriously, it's, do you not like garlic salt? 'Cause it's very garlicky.
No. I love the garlic salt. I just feel weird that I'm
You can't get over the yeast thing?
I wish I didn't know it was yeast.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, the first time I ate it, I didn't know it was yeast, and I thought it was like some kind of cheese.
Okay.
Because it gives it kind of that same flavor, and then you are literally only eating whatever skinny popcorn you use.
Okay. No, this is good.
It's really good. Just load it as much as you want, but it's this is my lunch.
I don't think we should have too much yeast. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. Who knows? Okay, finally.
I don't think it works like that.
Okay. It doesn't, well, and I love the fact, now this is Bragg, B-R-A, people always want to know the brand, so I was like, B-R-A-G-G, and it has a lovely couple on it. I guess that's the couple.
It's gluten-free.
It's gluten-free, it's yeasty, there we
I
go.
don't know.
Okay, now, this caused Kendall's final best thing ever today caused a little bit of a conversation in our pre-show meeting. It's a product that's been around literally since 1918, and that is Vaseline.
Petroleum jelly, your favorite word.
Ugh, that's like moist to me. I don't like that word, petroleum jelly.
Whatever.
But, yeah.
All right, well, don't take a close-up of this because it's a very old bottle.
Yeah.
Because it lasts forever. But people ask me all the time about my skincare routine.
Yeah.
Women in my family have been using Vaseline literally forever. It's like our thing. So it takes off makeup. We wear it like almost as eye cream. Use it as a chapstick. Use it like, I've got a big cut on my leg because we were hauling some stuff into the dump, but that's a different story. Anyway, and I'm using it to like help moisturize that.
Like a dead body?
No,
what do you mean you're hauling things into the dump?
Like sheetrock.
Okay,
so we're gonna do a demonstration, Jason. So I'm all about using less products too. So you know a lot of people use those single-time makeup removers. So this
your skin is beautiful. I will say, I look at you every day.
Now do you feel differently about Vaseline?
Okay, but what do you do?
Okay, so you can take just like a little tiny bit of it. I'm gonna do it with I'm not gonna do my eye makeup.
Yeah.
But my lipstick, like women, when you wear red lipstick, it's really hard to get off.
Yeah.
If you cut and then you go like with a washcloth.
Yeah.
And gets it all right off.
Oh my goodness, it does.
Literally like gets anything off.
Let me look
it's
at your
crazy.
lips.
Well, I just smacked them back together again.
Oh no, but it's all gone.
And like eye makeup, we wear a lot of eye makeup with what I do. And just normal stuff is so stripping and it really hurts your eye. It's not good for you. And so with this, you just rub that on after you washed your face, get some warm water on a towel or washcloth, and it comes right off. And then it leaves a little bit of Vaseline on there. I rinse it off one more time, but it actually like helps with anti-wrinkling. Honestly, and people knock it, but like My grandma looked real good when she was 99. That's all I gotta say.
There we go. Give it up for Kendall's best things ever. Still ahead, everybody. Producer Ted is up next. He's hitting the track. But next, executive producer Jeff has the best thing ever that really pays off if you enjoy trips to Vegas. We'll show you what he's talking about when we return. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Today's show is all about our best things ever. The Jason Show staff is sharing their latest obsessions that I have a feeling you're going to love as well. Next up, you hear me talk about him all the time. Our executive producer, Jeff's best thing ever. That's right. Give it up. Did you see that? He's already rapping me. He's already, Give it up for the Jason Show executive producer, Jeff Orcutt, everybody. That's right. This is our boss. Okay, so this is an app. What app is this?
It's called MyVegas.
Just MyVegas.
MyVegas, one word. I think we have a picture of it.
We have a picture. Oh.
Sorry, I'm producing as we go.
Ted, he's already bossing us around. Yeah, so.
No, it's a free app. I have an iPhone, but it's available on Android as well. It's a free app. It lets you play those little slot machines online, but you can earn points and use those points in Las Vegas for free stuff.
So it's not just a game. There's actually a value to winning at this game.
Exactly. So you want to gain points as you go, or gain coins. So every day it lets you spin the wheel. Here's the little wheel. Ignore me changing the volume.
Yeah.
You spin the wheel, you earn coins, and then you use those coins to play the game, right?
Got it. Now you are able, like a lot of apps, you are able to, and you are against this, but you can buy coins, right?
I might be a little cheap, so
Yeah.
I want to save my money to actually gamble or
At a real casino,
pay
yes.
for things. So, but I've earned 32,000 points in about 6 months, and
seriously?
Yeah. And so like here I am playing, like it has cool games, like this Bridesmaids game. So like you just spin the wheel, and I mean, if you're watching TV, if you're watching the Jason Show at home, you can sit here and play this.
So it's a good thing, like if you're watching right now, I mean, look, but seriously, if you are planning a trip this winter to Vegas, and I know a lot of you are, if you're planning a trip, start doing this now, rack up the points. Now this app is connected to a hotel group, right?
Only MGM properties. So Bellagio, New York, Luxor,
Excalibur. Yeah, it literally, Vegas is divided into literally MGM or Caesars. Yeah. So you have a lot of properties to choose from.
Yes.
Now those points, have you figured out, that's a lot of points. What's it going to get you though?
I just checked last night, 32,000 points, which is what I have now. I can get a free ticket to Cirque du Soleil show. I can get, or you can split it up. Here are the different rewards you can get. You can split it up. You can get a free buffet for like 15,000 points.
Oh, seriously?
You can get like a lot of buy one, get one offers on there.
That is really good though.
Yeah.
Did you have to, because I know people are always worried about security and stuff. Did you have to give your email address and stuff like that when you signed up?
I logged in through Facebook.
Okay.
But you can
I do that too.
You can log in via email as well.
Okay. And have you decided how you're going to redeem, I mean, not to get up in your business, but you are here. I mean,
I know. I am going to Vegas fairly soon.
You are, actually, yeah. Have you decided what are you going to do with your, how many points do you have?
I have 32,000.
What are you going to do with your 32,000 points?
I'm going to eat well one night at the Bellagio buffet.
That's a good.
I know.
That's really expensive too. The Bellagio buffet.
I only get half off with that because it's a little higher tier.
Oh, because that buffet's like $70. Yeah. So yeah,
I want to be fancy like you one night at least. So
whatever. Oh, coincidentally, I'm getting the wrap. There we go. That's Jeff's best thing ever, everybody. It's called, again, because we're gonna get the emails. It is called the MyVegas app. I'll repeat it again, MyVegas. We're going to get emails for a week about this. It's a free download available, as Jeff said, in app stores as well as on Facebook. Still ahead, it's the other producer of our show, Ted's favorite summer pastime. He takes us with him to the racetrack and shows us how he makes his winning picks when we return. It's the gambling show today. Welcome back. Okay, our Best Thing Ever show continues with producer Ted. Ted's favorite summer activity is fast-paced, it's interactive, and can be quite lucrative. Maybe. If you follow Ted on social media, and I would encourage you to, this comes as no surprise. Here is producer Ted's Best Thing Ever.
So my best thing ever takes me down to Shakopee for some good old horse racing. And while a lot of people this might be fun, for me it is a business meeting, and we are going to try and make some money. So picking the horse starts down here, and we'll show you as they walk in just what we're looking for. So this first race is about half the oval, so 6 furlongs. You're looking for your horse to get out to an early lead and then hold it. So I need him to be a little jumpy out of the gate. Basically what I'm looking for is a little head bob. Once I see that, I know the horse is ready to go. I also don't bet on the favorites because then you don't make money, and what fun is that? So we'll see what we got here.
He's kind of looking around. He does not even know it's race day.
So this is what we've gone with. $3, number 4, to win. It's also important to basically sit in the exact same spot every single time. Can't mess with the cheat. Cannot mess with the cheat.
The beast is in. Racing, Arigia started in last. Smart Prospector started in first and is very, very fast.
Number 4 is off to the early lead. I like that. I like it because it's a short race. My heart's starting to beat fast.
Race number 4, unleash a furious runway. But Smart Prospector has his measure. Not today for the mare, Arigia. It is Smart Prospector, unleash the beast.
Oh, I think we might have got lost at the end. Oh my goodness. Oh, that was a close finish. I don't know. Oh, I think it could have been by a nose. I don't know.
Very tight photo finish in race number 4. Stand by.
I think my guy got him by a nose. They're taking a look at the tickets. Right now, he's at a 10-1. I might have gotten it.
4 Smart.
Yes! We won! We won! It's science, people. It's science.
Second.
Oh, by a nose.
Third. Fellow Mare fourth. 4, 6.
I don't know, people.
3,
I don't know how I do it. It's so easy. It's so easy.
It's science, people.
5,
Producer Ted.
6,
Producer Ted joins us now with
7,
his winnings, everybody.
8.
That's right. How much did you win?
I won $34 on that race.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. Now,
Yeah.
was that your only win of the day?
That was the first race of the day.
Okay.
My only win of the day. And what happens after you win? I usually leave after I win, but since it was the first race, you got to stay.
Yeah.
So then you get a little greedy and you start making bets that you shouldn't be making. So the next race I did a superfecta, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Which, if you get that right, you're not coming into work the next day.
Yeah, okay.
So obviously I lost.
And what's it called again?
Superfecta. That's
Superfecta.
4 in a row.
Okay, now we have video of Ted losing right here. This is Ted losing the superfecta.
And this is me telling people, stop while you're ahead.
That's what I did, not to rub it in. When I won on the Miranda on the Sex and the City machine, I got up and walked away. I did, yeah.
That's half the battle, knowing when to just say, that's enough.
Well, let's have a teaching time with Ted. If people are watching and they've never been, and I've told you this before, I've never gone to the track. Maybe they're nervous. It's like picking a bottle of wine. You're overwhelmed. What should they do? Do they help them at Canterbury?
Yeah. So you don't try to do those little machines to make your bets because you're guessing.
Yeah.
Go up to the ticket booth. I would say 10, 15 minutes before the race. If you go like 5 minutes before the race and you're asking all these questions, people behind you are going to get really annoyed.
Yeah.
Because the clock is ticking and you got to get your bet in. So 10, 15 minutes beforehand, you can ask all the questions you want. They'll be very helpful. And you'll be able to make your wager. Don't do, a lot of people do place or show. So you basically thinking, oh, my horse is going to finish in the top 3. Great, you won, but you also just won 10 cents.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, go for the big bucks.
Go for the big bucks like Ted did. That's right. Give it up for Ted, everybody. You got to take me. I've never... We did a story there, but I've never gone. I would like to...
Should come. Jason Show meeting.
That's right, Jason Show meeting. We'll be posting all of these best things ever on our Facebook page and YouTube page. You can also stay connected with us by finding Jason Show TV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just look for, well, that little face. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this. Kendall was talking about crashing a wedding this weekend. That's right, yeah. Way to go, Kendall.
Yep. It was an accident. Oh, a friend of ours, Rashid, was in St. Paul, and so were we. And I knew that she was at a wedding, and I've met the guy whose wedding it was. And she was like, hey, meet us at like this bar. And we're like, oh, that must be before the reception stop. No, it was the reception. And I walked in jeans and a baseball hat. And I was like, but she saw me, and the groom saw me before I had time to just slowly reverse. And it was like, hi, congratulations! And Jordan, I looked at Jordan because it was his idea, and I go, I'm gonna murder you.
Yeah, it's all right though.
It was fine. No, they were so nice, and I actually met a lot of people who were fans of the show that were there, so they were super nice, and they all looked so beautiful. And like, can we take a picture? And I'm like, oh God.
Sure,
yes.
in my baseball cap and removing
I'm so sorry.
drywall.
I just like showed up after removing drywall. And
yeah, you're so like, I love you. You are just.
Yeah, get in there.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, and I joke about it, but I really am from a part of the state where you just do it yourself. You don't hire someone to do something.
I love that.
You get it done. And I grew up on like 40 acres, and like if a tree fell, we were gonna take it out.
Yeah.
So,
And I am lazy. So I would just, I love that we are very different that way. I would pick up the phone. I don't even know who I would call to remove a tree. Tree people? I don't know.
My dad made someone, so if you want to come with me and learn how to remove a tree, we can do that.
Sure, we'll do that. That would be great. Yeah. No. I will never forget, I always talk about my dad, the fact that we were not close. I think my dad was just like, what am I going to do with him? He desperately tried to teach me how to change the oil in my car, and that was a disaster. I think that was the day he was like, okay, we're done. I mean, I didn't know. He was pointing out like,
you're like, what's this cup? Where does that go?
This is a dipstick or whatever they call it, and you gotta, and so what happened was I had no skills with a car. So when I moved here in '97, I had a red Dodge Neon, a 1994. Girl, it was fancy. It was fancy. And I didn't know anything. I still don't really know anything about cars. Well, the oil had dripped out of my, the cap was off. So the engine had no oil for like a month. And
you couldn't hear it like clunking or knocking?
Oh, no. I didn't. I thought it was natural. So the engine, my first month or 2 months into moving here, my Dodge Neon died on 94. Like in the winter, I had to pull over. I didn't know anyone. This was before cell phones were prevalent. So I had to walk to a gas station, didn't know who to call. And it was awful. It was, so when I think of, that was like my first 6 months here.
So do you now know how to at least check the oil to make sure this doesn't happen again?
I look for the light. I look for the light, and it tells me everything I want to know. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey guys, don't forget, we're going to be at the State Fair. I can't believe it. I really can't. Next Thursday, we're going to be at the State Fair. People always want to ask, are we going to be live there? Yes, we will be live every weekday at the State Fair. Now, we're next to the Giant Slide. Next question we always get, and I want to try to answer everybody's question. Do we need tickets? Well, you need a ticket to the fair You do not need a ticket to come to our show, just a ticket to the fair. So first come, first serve.
Okay. Yeah, my mom and dad are like really excited, and they were like, "Do we need a ticket to the show?" I'm like, "I don't think so."
So again, share it around because we get this 100 times. You do not need a ticket to the show. You don't even need to make reservations. Just come to our pavilion, the Fox 9 Pavilion. You just need a ticket to the fair. Don't be coming up to the fair going, well, Jason said we didn't need a ticket. You need a ticket to the fair tomorrow. Things could get a little wild around here. Baby animals from the Safari North Wildlife Park in Brainerd will join us live. That's tomorrow. But right now, that's going to do it for us. If you're a kid watching that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself because nobody can tell you you're doing it wrong. Have a great afternoon, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget our replay at 3 p.m. on Fox 9 Plus.